Let's talk about the Proto Indo European sound system. It's really important to remember at every step through this discussion that we do not have any written evidence for Proto Indo European. This means that everything that I'm going to present here today is a reconstruction based off of thousands of words across many related languages. Linguists have looked at the different patterns and examined how languages generally do and do not change over time to produce a reasonable reconstruction of the proto-language. Now, with that said, not every last scholar agrees on the exact details of this reconstruction. So what I'm presenting is one approach that's generally accepted by people within the United States. If you go to other places that study Indo-European, in Europe, for example, you may get a somewhat different generalization of the sound system. So throughout this discussion, we are going to assume some basic understanding of phonetics, and I will do my best to talk about what these terms mean. And finally, a reminder that all forms with an asterisk in front of them are reconstructed. So that means we do not have any written evidence for them directly. So, like with many languages, for Proto-Indo-European, we reconstruct both consonants and vowels. And remember that consonants have less airflow than vowels. That's the big distinction between them. For consonants, we reconstruct stops, resonants, and something called laryngals. So stops are produced by stopping the airflow through your mouth temporarily. This means that stops can't be pronounced indefinitely. You can't say p until you run out of breath because you've stopped the airflow. Resonants, on the other hand, involve more vibration, they involve more airflow. And we'll talk towards the end of this series about what laryngals are. I've also included here diphthongs, which are a combination of vowels and a type of consonant called a semivowel or a glide. So these are things like EW, O, OW, OW, or OI, OI. We're not going to talk much about vowels or diphthongs in this series. We're going to focus primarily on consonants, especially stops, since this is most relevant to Grimm's law. Now, it's worth noting that there are a number of sounds present in English that we do not reconstruct for Proto-Indo-European. These are sounds like th, the, sh, j, th, and the, and ch. None of these sounds are reconstructed for Proto-Indo-European. That means that for them to show up in English or other languages, we have to explain how we got to them from a Proto-Indo-European sound system that doesn't have them. Next, we're going to talk about the different consonants, specifically stops, that we reconstruct for Proto-Indo-European.